Hello students. In the last class we studied about features of Panchayat and structure of Panchayati Raj system. Today we are going to study about the village level of the Panchayati Raj system. We have studied that the Gram Panchayat is at the lowest level of the Panchayati Raj system and it is the grassroots level of the democracy. And the head of the Gram Panchayat is a Sarpanch. Now let us learn it in detail. The Panchayat system at the village level consists of three main bodies. Please underline the Gram Sabha, the Gram Panchayat and the Nyaya Panchayat. These three bodies perform different functions. Children, we know that under the Panchayati Raj system there are three tiers, which is Jila Parishad, Block Samiti and Gram Panchayat. And now at the Gram Panchayat level, which is the village level, there are three more levels or three main bodies of the village Panchayat. The first one is Gram Sabha, the second is Gram Panchayat and the third is Nyaya Panchayat. Now the word Nyaya means justice, okay. Gram means a village. So Gram Sabha means village assembly, Gram Panchayat means village Panchayat and Nyaya Panchayat deals with settling disputes. Okay. The first one is Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha or a village assembly is formed in villages that have a population of 500 or more. Please underline this line that this Gram Sabha is formed in village where the population is of 500 or more people. There only it can be formed. And what are the other features about it? All men and women above the age of 18 years are members of the Gram Sabha. Please underline. So, who can be a member of Gram Sabha? All men and women in that village can be above 18 years can be the member of Gram Sabha. Second point is a Gram Sabha meets at least twice a year. That means in a year they have to meet minimum 2 times. Okay, it can be more than that, but minimum 2 times they must be having a meeting. The third is important decisions concerning the village are discussed by the Gram Sabha. So what is the function here? What happens in the Gram Sabha? The decisions regarding the village are discussed. Next it says it elects representatives to the Gram Panchayat. Now the Gram Sabha has a main role to elect the representative for the Gram Panchayat. We have studied that the Panchayat is an assembly of 5 elders. And who are these elders? How do they come into place? People of that Gram Sabha elect them. And this Gram Sabha has the role of electing representative to the Gram Panchayat. So you can frame a question there for this paragraph Gram Sabha. One is, what is the minimum age to be a member of Gram Sabha? What is the minimum age to be a member of Gram Sabha? The answer will be 18 years. Then second question you can prepare. Who elects the representatives to the Gram Panchayat? The second question can be, who elects the representatives to the Gram Panchayat? The answer will be point 4. Gram Sabha elects the representative to the Gram Panchayat. Moving on, Gram Panchayat. Now the second body of the village level is Gram Panchayat. So Gram Sabha, basically if you have to understand, is just like a school. You have a lot of children in the school, and Gram Panchayat is basically the council members. Only out of so many, only a few get the chance to be council members in the school. Similarly, in a village level we have Gram Sabha. Everyone, all men and women above the age of 18 are members, and out of those only a few get elected to the Gram Panchayat. Okay, so now we are going to study about Gram Panchayat. Members of a Gram Panchayat are elected for a term of 5 years. Please underline this line. You can put a question. What is a term? What is the term of Gram Panchayat? The answer will be the members of the Gram Panchayat are elected for a term of 5 years. Okay. Next is seats are reserved for people belonging to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Now there is reservation for people who belong to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. These are basically the we say which category you are. So some are scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, and some are general. Third is seats are reserved for women. The third point is seats are also reserved for women candidates. So we knew that members are elected for 5 years. Second is seats are reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Then seats are also reserved for women candidates. Next is a chairperson called Pradhan or Sarpanch heads the Gram Panchayat. Now who is the head? We've already studied. Who is the head of the Gram Panchayat? The Sarpanch. He is the chairperson. Now this can be a woman, this can be a man. That is why the word chairperson is used. So a chairperson is neutral, or we can call him as the Pradhan or Sarpanch. He is the head of the Gram Panchayat. So you have another question which you can frame. For whom are the seats reserved in a Gram Panchayat? For whom are the seats reserved in a Gram Panchayat? Now seats are reserved doesn't mean that whenever there is a meeting there is a separate seat kept for them. No, seats mean that if there are 5 members in the Gram Panchayat, one has to be of a there is not mentioned how many, but there has to be a person who belongs from a scheduled caste, scheduled tribe. There has to be seat reserved for women. There are 2 types of seats reserved. That is what it means. Okay, then only a Gram Panchayat will be formed. Okay, so it means reservations are there for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and for women. So now we have to study that there are 2 types of functions that each Gram Panchayat has to do for the village, and they are categorized into 2. One is compulsory function and one is optional function. So let us study about the compulsory functions. You can mark them important. Okay. A Gram Panchayat performs many compulsory functions. They are as follows. Now you have around 6 points there. You can mark them from 1 to 6. The first one says providing farmers with better seeds and fertilizers. Now we know that the Indian village, or the majority of the people in the villages in India are farmers. Okay, so Gram Panchayat's main duty, compulsory duty, it has to do this. First one is to provide better seeds and fertilizer to the farmer, because farmers are the ones who give the grain, crops, etc. for the whole country to feed. Okay, that is why we have this saying, no, Jai Jawan, Jai Jai Kisan. Okay, he is the one who provides the food for each of us. Okay, so that's the primary responsibility and a compulsory function of Gram Panchayat, to provide the farmers with better seeds and fertilizers. Second is providing primary education. Now obviously education is another important field or a need. Okay, so students, they must be given primary education. Okay, that is up to standard 5. That must be done by the Gram Panchayat. Providing clean drinking water and maintaining wells, tanks and pumps. Of course, water is required for each of us to survive. So the Gram Panchayat's main duty, also compulsory duty, is also to ensure that clean drinking water is there, and the wells we know, kuwa in the villages, they use take water from the well. The pumps also are there and tanks are there, and maintenance is also done. Next is providing health facilities. It runs health centers and immunization programs. Now obviously if a village is there, there would be people residing. They would need clean drinking water, children would need education, and health is equally important. So health centers should be there, and immunization programs means vaccinations, etc., which you also would have taken when you were small and even till now. So vaccinations, etc., have to be made sure that everyone gets vaccinated for major diseases. Fifth point is maintaining cleanliness in the village, and health can be ensured by making sure the village is kept clean. no garbage is collected or water is getting collected for breeding of mosquitoes. That also is a compulsory function of the Gram Panchayat. Next is maintaining roads and street lights. So roads are there to give connectivity for people to going here and there, and street lights are to be ensured to give them safety. If in night they are traveling, there must be street lights there so that people feel safe. Okay, so children, these are the compulsory functions which the Gram Panchayat has to do. You can put one question. Write the compulsory functions of Gram Panchayat. So these 6 functions will be there. If in exam you are asked a question, you must produce these 6 points. Okay. Next comes optional functions. Now optional means it is a choice. Okay. But compulsory means it has to be done. So there are some optional functions also which a Gram Panchayat has to or can perform. A Gram Panchayat performs a few optional functions. They are as follows. Attending to complaints against village officials like the Patwari, Lekpal and police constable. Please underline these lines. And these officials, Patwari, Lekpal and police constable, are village officials. So you can get some question like give examples of village officials. You can put a question there. Give examples of village officials. You can answer Patwari, Lekpal and police constable. So one of the optional function is that if people have any complaint against them, the Gram Panchayat can attend to these complaints. Second optional function is organizing village markets and sports events. If the Gram Panchayat thinks that the people of village should be given some recreation or entertainment, they can create sports events also. And if there is a need, village market can also be organized. Third optional function is planting trees and attending to minor irrigation problems. So that is also one optional function. It says that if trees are planted, minor irrigation problems can also be fixed. These can also be a part of optional functions. This a Gram Panchayat can do to make optionally to make the village in a better position. Planting trees will give more good air and fresh air for people in the village. And irrigation problems are related to farmers. They need water for irrigating the land and the crops. So if there is any minor irrigation problems, they can help the people who are having trouble. The Gram Panchayat can do so. So these are the optional functions that a Gram Panchayat does. Now we have more to know, children. That is, you can put it there. It is only for reading. Now on page 97, we see a collage of pictures which says function of a Gram Panchayat. We have different images there. The first one is make arrangement for primary education. The second picture B says providing clean drinking water. Then maintain street lights. Then provide seeds to farmers. Run health centers and build roads. These are the functions of a Gram Panchayat. Now let us come to the last topic of this unit, which is Nyaya Panchayat. Nyaya Panchayat is like a local court. Please underline this line. I told you in the beginning the word Nyaya means giving justice. So it is like a local court. And what does a court do? It gives the justice to disputes. Okay. It settles minor disputes. Underline this word minor is very important. Minor disputes and provides cheap and prompt justice to villagers. Now disputes is what, children? Basically any kind of a ladai or a jhagda or any kind of matbhed which we call in people, or any kind of an argument or any kind of a fight that has happened. So dispute is basically that. Okay, and it provides cheap and prompt justice to villagers. Otherwise what happens? People normally go to higher courts, lower courts or supreme courts, but anything which is minor, maybe just small petty issues which can be handled at the village level are handled at the Nyaya Panchayat. You might have seen some old folk stories where the Panchayat solves the case or the the problems of the villagers. Okay, so that Nyaya Panchayat also does that. Okay, so why it is said minor dispute? Because it doesn't have the authority to solve the bigger disputes. Cheap and prompt justice. It comparatively charges less amount and gives the justice quickly. Prompt means quickly. Next is, generally there is one Nyaya Panchayat for a number of villages. Now, it is not that each village has a Nyaya Panchayat of its own. It is quite possible that 2 or 3 villages together have one Nyaya Panchayat. Okay. Members of a Nyaya Panchayat are elected by the Gram Panchayat. Please underline this line and try to understand. We have a broader body which is Gram Sabha, where everyone who is above 18 of the village is a member. From that Gram Sabha, a narrower body which is Gram Panchayat, only elected people go into the Gram Panchayat. Now, from the Gram Panchayat, even narrowest body is Nyaya Panchayat. That means someone who is a part of Gram Panchayat can be elected as a member of Nyaya Panchayat. Okay. So, this person who is from the Gram Panchayat can be elected as a member of Nyaya Panchayat. A member of a Gram Panchayat cannot be a member of Nyaya Panchayat at the same time. So, the moment he is elected into a Nyaya Panchayat, he has to leave his position from the Gram Panchayat, and a new person can also take over in his place in the Gram Panchayat. So, this is what a Nyaya Panchayat is. Okay, it says that it is a local court. It is like a local court. This is first point. Second, it says it settles minor disputes and provides cheap and prompt justice to villagers. Third, it says one Nyaya Panchayat for a number of villages. Okay, then members of Nyaya Panchayat are elected by Gram Panchayat, and if a member of Gram Panchayat cannot be a member of Nyaya Panchayat at the same time. Okay. Now comes to what is the function of a Nyaya Panchayat. A Nyaya Panchayat can pass judgments on petty, civil and criminal cases. Please underline this. Petty means very, very small. Okay. Now it cannot handle bigger cases, okay, or a major issue. Small disputes, small civil dispute, small cases, maybe someone just robbed someone's fruit, or maybe some vegetables from someone's field, maybe small issues like that. But big criminal cases cannot be solved by the Nyaya Panchayat. Okay, first point is this, that it can pass judgments on petty, civil and criminal case. Next is, a Nyaya Panchayat can only impose fines. Underline this line, can only impose fines. It cannot sentence a person to jail. The Nyaya Panchayat doesn't have the right to send the person to jail. Okay, it can only say that you pay the fine and go, but he can the Nyaya Panchayat cannot sentence the person to jail. Second is, minor disputes are dealt with in a swift, simple and inexpensive process. Now what it means is, as we have already studied in the first line, it can only solve small issues. Okay, and how does that do it? How does the Nyaya Panchayat do it? In a quick manner, in simple and cheap process. Okay, inexpensive and prompt way. Okay, so because it is the small cases in the Nyaya Panchayat it reaches, and the punches or the Nyaya Panchayat together handles the case in a quick manner, and it offers the solution or justice in a quick manner without charging much fees from the person. Okay, but if it is a higher court case or a Supreme Court case, or people who file cases, they have to spend a lot of money on the advocates and other charges also. But in the Nyaya Panchayat it happens in a quicker way. Okay. Last point is, if a person feels that he or she has not received justice, then an appeal can be made at a higher court of justice. Now children, it can be so happen that whatever the Nyaya Panchayat has decided, maybe the one who seeks justice doesn't think that justice is given. So that person can file a request. An appeal can be made. Appeal is a request, can be made at a higher court of justice. So then it can be handled in a different way. But the Nyaya Panchayat normally handles the petty issues in a quicker and cheap way. So children, this is where we will end the unit 1 syllabus, and from block level and forward, sources of income, etc., where you can see on top, it is going to be coming in the next unit. So till here only we will be doing for unit 1, and we have finished with the chapter's explanation. I want you to give it a reading of whatever we studied today once again, and try to solve the question answers on the on page number 100, the true and false, and fill in the blanks, etc., and try to find the answers also. I will also share the answer key with you, and now I will be sending you the worksheet, okay, where you can practice and do these extra questions to learn the chapter well. Okay children, thank you.